What kind of M&A related mergers and acquisition job opportunities you get, job roles you get, the job skills and the tasks which are involved. Before doing this, I would want to give you the context of mergers and acquisitions. In the corporate world, in the concepts what we have, corporate restructuring is a very, very important corporate strategy taken care by corporates, right? Entities would want to restructure. As the name suggests, they have a existing structure, they want to restructure it. The existing structure can be with a certain set of customers, with a certain set of product lines, with a certain set of competition, certain set of market share, and things like that. That's the existing structure. They would want to restructure it. The restructuring can happen by either increasing the market share or increasing the capabilities or increasing the customers, increasing the product line, increasing the revenues, increasing the profits. That is restructuring. That kind of a corporate restructuring will happen through mergers and acquisitions. So mergers and acquisitions are an integral part. I'm not saying mergers and corporate restructuring will happen only through mergers. Right? Corporate restructuring can happen through other strategies also, but mergers and acquisition is an integral part, right? So there is an existing structure, and that existing structure is reworked, redone, right? Worked on. It is kind of modified. So, what do we mean by restructuring? Restructuring can be through increasing. So, I gave you an example of the actual practical dynamics. There's a structure which is helping a company to earn revenue, to earn sales income. So, they have set of product lines or services, they have their set of customers, they have their set of operations, they have their workforce, manufacturing plant, assets, which is helping them to earn revenues, or they have their own set of vendors, they have their competition, they have their market share, they have their funds availability, they have their rules and regulations which are taken care of, and they have visibility or presence in different companies or different countries, so on. That's the existing structure. Any company would want to rework on their structure, either increase the product line or increase the customers, increase the market share, increase the capital, increase the presence in multiple countries, or increase the operational capabilities, or probably kill competition, right? So to do all of these things, they have a corporate strategy. So mergers and acquisition is an integral part of doing that restructuring, which is very, very important for us to understand this context. So all of these mergers and acquisitions are always at the backdrop of a corporate restructuring. Never forget this. So what kind of restructuring is happening is what we have to understand, whether we are talking of a concept or we're discussing a live mergers and acquisition deal. And what are they trying to restructure is what is important. So what we're going to be discussing is something which I'm going to be talking from my own experience. And we want you to use these sentences as a part of your interview process or as a part of your discussions in your first job, second job, third job. Okay. Before we go to the content of mergers and acquisitions, I would want to give you the job opportunities. Whenever we're talking of mergers and acquisitions, there are three segments or three stages I would want to put it across. The first one is pre-merger, during the merger, and post-merger. Whenever you start your career, you would still be part of this target identification or doing some research as to which particular industry is doing well in a particular segment, or trying to get some facts about a particular target which is being kept in mind for an acquisition or for a merger. So what is important here is we're going to be talking on pre-merger, where there's a strategy involved or there's a target identification. During the merger is where you can get associated in this due diligence. Due diligence is we're going to be doing a lot of, I would say, checking or trying to get more information. Diligence, you're going to be doing a due diligence or going to be doing more of information gathering of a particular entity which is going to be acquired or which is going to be merged. I can say target. Target is a company which is getting merged or which is getting acquired, right? Mergers or acquisitions, as the name suggests, the merger and the acquisition. I would still go and explain the difference between these two terms in the further slides, but there's a target. So we're going to be doing due diligence on the target. So I basically consciously involve myself in due diligence because that's a small set of activity which is going to get complete in a couple of weeks. So I specifically get involved in due diligence part, and I don't get involved in the post merger activities. Or there can be a lot of structuring or negotiations, which is going to be completely number crunching in Excel, right? How do we structure the deal? What kind of valuations would be helpful? So it depends on whether we are representing the client on somebody who's acquiring or somebody who's getting acquired, right? As as somebody who is working on mergers and acquisition deal, where are you working? Are you working on the company which is getting acquired side? Or are you working on the side which is getting or wanting to acquire or getting acquired? So based on that, the structuring will differ, negotiations will differ, calculation of valuation and synergies will differ. So it's depending on whether you're on the buy side or of the M&A deal or the sell side of the M&A deal. Post merger is the launching of the entire thing. Certain of you have had an experience of uh, post transaction reporting, as I could hear, right? So, or about post merger management would be the certain set of activities here. So this is the large, macro level representation of the kind of job opportunities you can get. Either it can be a pre-merger stage or a during the merger stage or a post-merger stage. So once you get in, you would be in a pre-merger stage as an analyst or somebody as an executive, and eventually you can start getting into different stages. The kind of job roles and responsibilities will form a major part of the investment banking industry because investment banking includes mergers and acquisitions. Mergers and acquisition is a part of the investment banking activities. It's not the entire thing. Investment banking is also talks about raising money, helping industries reconnected to raising money, before raising money, after raising money, changes to the capital structure. But mergers and acquisitions are one of the set of transactions which can happen in investment banking activities. So in mergers and acquisitions, if I have to give you roles and responsibilities, either you will get an opportunity in pitching or executing the sell side or executing the buy side, or sorry, or in the execution itself, right? The entire execution. Okay, so it's the deal executions, complete end-to-end deal execution would take the before we even know whether we are in the buy side or sell side, we would try and take the client to potential buyers and convince the buyer about his clients, and then we would understand whether we'll get the deal and things like that. So to be more specific, pitching is investment banker will go to the client, make presentations about how they are capable and why they should hire them. So pitching can be a pitch deck, which can be a proposal or it can be some kind of pre-merger set of activities, advisory, transaction advisory, some kind of structuring which they can do to present themselves, and that's completely prior to the merger. Or specifically sell side activities where the client will come to the investment banker and the client will propose the intention to give all of those services which will help the company to be sold, right? So the client will propose the intention to sell the company and ask the investment banker to help. So we will be representing the company which will be acquired, right? Or a buy side M&A deal where the M&A transactions will be completely from the intention of buying a company. So the company which is acquiring somebody else. So either we are representing a company which is getting acquired, sell side, or a company which is acquiring some other company. So the client needs help to either funding such company or helping financing the activity, so raising funds, or with an intention to buy a company where we target identification, trying to understand which is the best set of industry to look at for acquiring, or which is a specific target, do a due diligence. If you have two, three options, firm up a particular option, or the certain set of request is the company wanting to acquire is very clear whom they want to acquire, but they need money to acquire, to either give through shares or through cash, right? So they need the financing help. So it can be a buy side execution as well. So it can be various varied things. So if you're working in investment banking, the kind of projects that company will get and the kind of associations you will get as a part of your role is basis which you will get exposures. There are certain job skills which are required, and the kind of tasks they also do is listed here. It is so vast that I just fitted some 10 aspects, but trust me, The job skills required and the task involved are much more than what I've listed on the slides. It is just an illustration. It is much more larger in the corporate world. So it can be a relationship or a numerical or analytical level. So anybody who is wanting to have a career aspirations in relation to mergers and acquisitions, directly or indirectly, can look at the kind of job skills. For example, somebody can say, I would completely want to get into the analytical, the numerical side of it, or the commerce and economic awareness. So, or understanding the financial markets, which can be completely research. Somebody was doing equity research and somebody was doing market research. So also some integrity and business ethics. You would want to look at the HR side of it, people side of it, whether it's ethical to workforce, it can be that, or it can be communication and interpersonal skills, how you would want to communicate to stakeholders inside the organizations, outside the organizations, or negotiation skills, or ability to work within a regulated environment. One of the persons has some legal background and they would wanted to explore M&A, the legalities connected to M&A. So ability to work with a regulated environment can be FEMA regulations, RBI regulations, or it can be Competition Act, or it can be Companies Act, or it can be taxation, all of it. So these are the kind of job skills which are required. I've listed out certain tasks involved. I would not want to get into each of it because it's largely, it can be conceptual, or it can be number crunching, or it can be strategy related, right? So it can be strategy related. For example, investigating and understanding the conditions where expansions are possible. So you do a lot of research and then communicate, right? So I've just listed out certain test set of tasks. One was not correlated. Don't worry. It can be 1 and 10, or 1 and 9 also. Like for example, I have tried matching it, but it can be fitting into other numbers as well. Okay. See, for example, financial modeling, making new takeover timetable can include a numerical skill as well as understanding financial markets. So financial modeling can come in number 2 and number 4. So I've just listed it down. It's not 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and all. It's a slide design which I found it appropriate. So I've just listed that. So these were aspects which is something which is going to be helpful for you, because if you're looking at M&A directly or indirectly, or somebody who feels mergers and acquisition is exciting, I would want to consider this as a career option. These set of slides are important. Or somebody who has already learned mergers and acquisition as a part of your undergraduate courses, but you want to explore more as to what else is included here. Practically, these are the set of slides which will be helpful for you to understand whether you want to pursue a career in mergers and acquisitions.